All right, what's going on, guys? Rum Gaming here, back another video. Today's episode, we are pushing our Hammer of the Ancients Barbarian. So I think our last video on this, we were like in pit 30 something, and we moved up quite a bit. We are in pit, I believe we're sitting right around like pit 50. Right at Torment 3, yeah. So pit 50, low 50s. So what we're going to do in this video is we could push some glyphs a little bit more, but what I want to do is masterwork my gear. You can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have like 4 or 5 items that aren't even masterworked at all, 0. So I want to try to get everything to at least 2 masterwork. I think that'll make us quite a bit more tanky. It'll give us a lot more resist all for Torment 3. Let's see, we're in Torment 3 right now, so I'm probably going to take that down to Torment 2 for these Infernal Hordes that we do. And we're also chasing an aspect as well. I can't remember the name of it, but it's the aspect that makes your shouts a little bit lower cooldown. And we did actually make some changes recently. I can press the right button here to some of our talents. So I can't remember. The last video of the Barbarian is kind of fuzzy in my memory. I think we were running Call of the Ancients. And I think we were running Charge as well. I don't know where that ability is. Here it is. Yeah, we're running Charge as well. So we have replaced those 2 abilities with Iron Skin and we replaced it with Iron Skin and I believe Challenging Shout. And I think everything else is the same. So Challenging Shout and Iron Skin, that's going to give us a little bit more defensives. The build right now is a little bit squishy, especially in Torment 3, where we're not capped on resist all. And it's also been kind of tough since we don't have the aspect to get that CDR on our shouts. It's kind of hard to get some of that tankiness. You want as much CDR on your shouts as possible. That's what makes you really tanky as a barb. And since we can't find that aspect, it's been kind of challenging. So what we're going to do in this video is we're just going to run some hordes. And we're just going to try to masterwork our gear, get some more resist, all that good stuff, try to get a little bit more tanky. And then we'll kind of see where we're at after a few of these compasses here. So, see, we got a wave 10, a wave 10, a 6. So let's do probably the 8s and the 10s. Just start with a wave 10. Yeah, I need to pop some elixirs and stuff too. But yeah, this video, we're just masterworking. That's the main goal. And then we'll probably push pits and some of these other ones. I don't think I have any incense, do I? Yeah, here's one. All right. So we should have our XP buffs. If you guys remember from the last video, we're just really fishing for overpowers here through our Hammer of the Ancients. And the way we fish for those overpowers is through our bash. So I think it's like every 4 critical strikes, our bash will overpower. It'll overpower our next core skill, I believe, which is Hammer of the Ancients. Yeah, we didn't do too hot there at the start. I was too busy talking. That's okay. And to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of this build. The problem I have with it is the ground effect is so small. The Hammer of the Ancients, see, it just hits like this small area in front of you. It's kind of hard to group all the mobs, even with something like Steel Grasp. It is kind of difficult. So, but it does have really good boss damage. I'll give it that. And I also feel like it does not clear these Infernal Hordes quite as well. I think the only problem with this build really is its small area of attack. It's like the main issue I'm running into. And yeah, if you guys might be new to Diablo and you're watching this, we're farming for Obdicite, which allows us to masterwork our gear, which essentially just makes it better. So we have to farm that currency, and one of the best ways to farm it is through the chest at the end of an Infernal Horde. So this is a 10 wave, which means we're going to get a lot of these Aethers And the more Aether that you get, or Aether, I don't know how you say it, but the more that you get, the more Obdicite you get. Means the more that you can masterwork. Okay, we got 8 seconds left here on this wave. Don't know if we'll be able to get the Soul Spire. Yeah, I think we just got it there. Yeah, and the overpowers, if you look at our number here, that's going to be the blue numbers. Probably should have gone for the other one that spawns either at the end of the round, but oh well. Alright, looks like that's the end of the wave. And yeah, just so you guys can look at our gear, we're not running any mythics or anything. So when we do finally get to Torment 4 and we do our little guide, that's one of the things that I'm trying to do is all these builds without mythics. Because I feel like there's a lot of guides on YouTube that talk about builds and stuff, but they're like, hey, you have to have 3 mythics to make it work. They don't talk about like the starter build as much. So I'm going to try to cover more of the starter build rather than... And we also do not have our glyphs to 46 yet either. Got them at like 30-something, so that will probably... Once we get everything masterworked where we're happy with, that'll be the next sort of main goal. Just kind of push some pits for a little while. And I'm hoping to have this guy in T4, like... And just a couple more playthroughs. We'll just have to see. Another thing, if you're kind of new to your pet that you get, if you haven't done the quest, you can get the... There's a very short quest that you can do to get a pet that will run around and pick up all this Aether on the ground. So you don't have to manually run over all of it. Yeah, 206 not very good. Considering we're on wave 7. Kind of lagging just a little bit. Yeah, we are definitely snapshotting here. Alright, about to move on to wave 8 here. But, you know, I was kind of dogging on this build earlier. It's not that bad, really. It just feels clunky. Just like if you mess up your chains, it feels really clunky to like actually group the mobs. I was doing one of these the other night too, and apparently these infernal hordes can bug out, and it just won't even start the next round. It's like wave 8, and then it just bugs out. We had a lot of stuff spawn here. Yeah, and this build could do a lot more damage, but I've kind of gotten a little bit more defensive focused. And the one thing that really keeps me alive more than anything is this iron skin. Very strong, gives me a huge barrier, and it scales off your max life. Very important. Yeah, I think this build, assuming you can stay alive and higher pits, would be pretty decent. Due to the earthquakes that were dropping under us, you can kind of see the ground effect right there. Those stack, and we're getting that effect through a couple of runes that we have. And that stacks for quite a bit of damage. And you really notice it more on bosses than anything. So that is one of the things this build kind of has going for it. Oh yeah, the iron skin also gives us unstoppable to break CC. That's one of the things the build has going for it, though, is it's good AoE and it's good boss damage. Normally, most builds are like one or the other. It's just kind of hard to group the mobs. So I don't know. So you can kind of see here, like, we have pretty decent boss damage, assuming it doesn't move. If you get a big overpower crit, too, things just drop. See, the ones that jump around are a little bit harder. Yeah, you can see that earthquake damage really starts to ramp up. It's pretty nice. Let's see what we got here. Some ancestral boots. 1 GA. These are the frost ones. which do not have good resist all, so we won't take those. We will not run those hands. And then, yeah, we did get this 3 GA chest, but it's thorns, poison resist, so it didn't get very good rolls on it, so I don't think we're going to run it either. So I think pretty much everything here we're just going to DE. And then we'll probably go... I really want to go for the equipment chest, but I think I'm going to go for the Obdicite. All right, let's TP out of here and salvage all that, and then let's start masterworking a little bit. See what that looks like. So one thing I've learned too is when you do come in here and masterwork, if you get a bad roll, just reset it. So like if for example, on this ring, if I were to masterwork it and it hits the lightning resist, just restart it. Don't keep going. What I was doing before is I just take them to 12 regardless. Not even thinking about like which roll, like what kind of roll we get out of it. Okay, 14% attack speed. We'll take it. It's pretty strong. What else do we need to get? Our chest here. We got max life. That's really nice. Very happy with that. And then we need to temper this weapon. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, let's do our axe. Cooldown reduction. That's pretty dang nice. That'll help with our shouts. That'll also help with our iron skins. So that was 9.5 seconds. Now it's 7.5. So super strong. Let's go ahead and do this mace. See what we get. Bash cleaves for more damage. I think I'm going to reset that. I don't think that's super good. Okay, 171% overpower. We'll take that. Let's put 2 tempers. So if you guys didn't know, if you're new, once you get 2 tempers on an item, then you can masterwork it. So we'll have to first temper this. And we will probably go for maybe overpower damage. Crit damage isn't bad. I want to go for overpower damage. Okay, so we got the overpower. Let's go for weapons now. And chance for Hammer of the Ancients to the double damage is probably what we want. And this one's in the past been hard for me because there's 4 different options you're kind of fighting against. If we don't get it, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm not going to use a scroll to reset it, but it is what it is. Okay, so we didn't get it. So that's okay. We'll probably get another mace down the road. It's fine. Let's just go ahead and go into masterworking now and see what we get on masterworking. Whirlwind, so we'll reset that. Max life. I like the max life. I'm going to keep it. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm going to go for overpower. Ooh, actually, I probably shouldn't have done that. I hope this is good. Okay, we got max life back. I forgot how much Obdicite it took to do that over and over. So if we step out, so we probably got like 600-700 life out of that, which is pretty nice. We got some CDR out of it. We're not capped on resist all, which kind of stinks, but I think we can get that if we masterwork these feet here. I think we can also get that. We're very overcapped on armor, so I can replace... Let's do that real quick. Let's replace some of these gems. So we have these skull gems in here that give us a bunch of armor, but we're so overcapped on it that I'm going to replace at least a couple of them. So we'll come in here and unsocket those, maybe 3. Because we get more armor from this dude. We get 15% more armor from him when we go into a dungeon. I'm going to unsocket all of them. And we're going to put the resist all diamonds and... Man, 12% resist all. I really want to do that, but... Oh, I crafted one too many. Okay, so now we're capped on resistances. We just got a lot more tanky there. Again, the armor cap is 1,000, if you guys didn't know that. So there's no point in going over this. 166 armor is completely wasted. But when we go up a torment level, we're in T2. When we go up to torment 3, you see now we have 916 armor. But we should get armor from this dude here once we step into a dungeon. So it should go back up to over 1,000 in T3. So we're quite a bit stronger now. I'm going to go back to T2. Let's do another 10. So yeah, that was pretty much the goal of this video, is to get everything to tier 2. So we fell a little short on this piece. So I'm going to get this to Masterwork rank 2 for that 25% of fix increase. And then probably go back to pits, kind of see how much stronger we got. Still kind of laggy in these. Yeah, sometimes, another thing I don't like about this build, sometimes you just completely whiff with your chains. Just like absolutely miss. That kind of sucks. Yeah, getting up to 10k life though, so we're getting a little bit tankier. And that extra CDR that we got too will really help with more chains. Okay. We're not going to be able to get that Soul Spire. I just ran out of time. I haven't decided either what I'm going to play next season. I really want to go I think it's like Dance of Knives Rogue. That sounds pretty fun. It looked pretty fun when I looked up a video on it the other day. But at some point, maybe we'll do a poll and let you guys vote. I'll put like 4 options in there and you guys could vote on which one you want to see. I also might do, it's called Quill Arrow, whatever that crazy one is with Spiritborn right now. I might do a video on that. Looked like it is running pretty similar runes and I guess gear as the Crushing Hand. Just looked like a pretty similar setup to me when I looked at it last. Yeah, I think this build will feel better the more CDR I get on it. I think high uptime on chains is very important on the Steel Grasp. It's been a pretty good wave. So last horde we did at wave 7, we had less than we do now at wave 5. So it's been a better run of it. Man, this lag is very annoying though. And I might do a video on this too, but the way I'm playing this is my bash is what's generating all this fury for me. So I'm just holding right click. And then whenever I want to hammer the ancients, I just left click. So you're able to do 2 at once, basically. So I'll kind of show you here. I'm holding right click and it's going to go straight to this mob and start bashing. And now I want to hammer the ancient. So I'm just going to left click and keep right click held down. Man, this is very laggy. I'm going to have to restart after this. I feel quite a bit tankier after those upgrades. I'm kind of curious now, like, what pit level I could do. It's funny, because it'll feel like you're doing no damage, and then you'll just, like, one-shot some, like, giant mob out of nowhere. Like a huge overpower crit. So when that happens, it's really fun to play. I think I ruined myself, though, because I started this season playing Spiritborn, so I think by default, everything else just won't feel quite as good. So it doesn't feel bad, but it just doesn't feel that Spiritborn snappiness, you know? So yeah, we'll do this one. We'll go for the Obdicite Cache again. We'll masterwork what we can. And then we will probably call it there. I'm also super excited for the armory changes that are coming. I should do like a video review on that maybe at some point. That'd be pretty sweet. All right. Let's knock this out. Sitting pretty good on the Aether, about 600, so we should get quite a bit. I think we get 15 additional from these guys too at the end. I think I picked up one of those options. Big overpower crit. There's a ring. I'm hoping that ring has the aspect on it that I want. Let's see. Nope. That's okay though. Let's put everything in here to Obdicite. So we got like 500 Obdicite. I don't know if that's a great, considering how many Aether we put into it. All right, let's finish masterworking our chest. Oops, wrong tab. Max life, baby. We'll take that. I think we'll take that. Yeah, I think that's okay, because we'll need that extra armor at some point. So now the question is, what do we want to upgrade? Okay, never mind. I think we got more Obdicite than I thought. We got 860. So I think we got more than I had originally thought. Guess it really doesn't matter. I think everything is at T1. Okay, so 213% damage over time. Wow, that was 800 Obdicite. That did not feel good. Holy smokes. But we should be substantially stronger now. And then let's just see if we have any obols out of curiosity. Nope. Don't have any. All right, and then we'll just salvage all this gear, and I guess we'll close it out. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much it for this one. Pretty much got our goal done. Was to masterwork everything to tier 1. Don't know what we're going to be doing next video. I don't think I want to focus anymore on masterworking. We probably could masterwork a little bit more if we wanted to, but I think we're probably good to go ahead and push a little bit further into pits. So let's see what our glyphs are at really quick, because they're all about the same. Does it say? Yeah, 35. So we should be able to do, we can do over 50s. I know that. I would say we're probably like low 50s. So next video, we'll probably do 2 or 3 pits. We'll try to get these glyphs to 40 next video. And then I'm hoping the video after that, we can just do a grind session and get them all to 46 for that legendary node there. So, or that legendary bonus. So that's it for this one, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.